Recording 1, being recorded in Salisbury Cathedral. I suppose it was 30 years ago when my son Carl arrived at our home in Wiltshire, together with 12 pieces of extruded aluminium, a few screws, and a rocking chair. Although it was Christmas time, clearly this was not part of a Christmas gift, and there was some other purpose that Carl had for these items, which he explained to me. Assembled, the extruded aluminium would provide the edges of a cube of fresh air. And it was his intention to place this cube in various locations with the rocking chair inside it. Carl explained that one was to imagine how the person sitting in the rocking chair might feel if they could not see out and see what was on the exterior in the world outside, and that he wanted to place this cube in interesting locations. A really fascinating concept, and one of his ideas was that maybe on a railway track, for example, or at the top of Everest. But due to the fact that we lived only 5 miles away from Stonehenge, he thought that would be a good location. On a bright but freezy morning, we made our way to Stonehenge, and at that time there was nobody there apart from a Japanese TV crew who were filming, and we were in a position that we could go anywhere we liked around the stones. Accompanying us was my brother-in-law Les, who was a dab hand at helping us put together the cube, and he also served to be the guinea pig to sit with on the rocking chair in these places on occasion. After a while, even the Japanese TV crew became interested at what we were doing, and I wouldn't be surprised if, in fact, somewhere on Japanese TV, they might have produced some footage and wondered what on earth was going on. Maybe they thought we were druids. Now, 30 years later, Maria's cube, and I'm now sitting outside Salisbury Cathedral. Imagine my surprise when last year Maria tells me that she too has a cube and that she too would like to show it at Stonehenge. But she's got a slightly different take on everything here, a more modern, if you like, up to the minute one, where she wanted to use time-lapse photography and to see how the visitors at famous sites might react to seeing the cube and the rocking chair. Unfortunately, it wasn't possible to go to Stonehenge because whereas when Carl had his cube there were just 4 or 5 Japanese TV people there, today over 500,000 to 750,000 people visit Stonehenge, and it is a commercial operation, and access to the stones certainly is not available to take photographs of cubes. So we went along to Old Sarum, which is an Iron Age fort, later to be conquered by the Romans and occupied by Saxons, as well as the early Celts, and finally the Normans, who built a castle there. It is all a ruined castle, and at this point, on a very sunny but still freezing day, Maria, with the help of her brother, erected her cube and placed the rocking chair there. We stood back as her brother's time-lapse photography equipment set into operation and watched how visitors to Old Sarum viewed the cube. Very interesting. This is what you're seeing now. Later in the day we came to Salisbury Cathedral, which is where I'm sitting at the moment, and Maria erected the cube here, and to see what reaction we had here. And this you can judge for yourself. As a father and grandfather, I'm proud of Carl and Maria's enthusiasm and curiosity, and I hope that I'll be around one day to see if a great-grandchild might follow the same tack.